I'll tell you my little secret. It involves the difference between 4 years, 4 months, and 4 days. I'll explain. I'll explain by sharing with you the story about two people, Meku and Keku. I'm Chaga, so bear with me. Meku's parents wanted him to become an engineer, go to the university and study engineering. But because of the digital exposure, Meku managed to convince his parents to go and study computer science. The parents agreed, so he joined the university and studied computer science. At the university, Meku got exposed to digital skills through his mandatory field experience. But other than that, he spent so much time at the university learning introductions to everything in computer science. He was eager to come and work to different companies as a computer scientist. So soon after he finished the university, he managed to apply to different jobs. Most of his applications were rejected. Meku was fortunate enough to meet one of the human resource from one of the company, only to tell him that they were looking into more skills rather than qualifications and performance from the university. So this is Meku. He spent 4 years in college. Now he has no job, no money, and little prospect in his life. Keku, she's a young, vibrant Tanzanian who joined the university and studied agricultural studies. After being convinced by her friends, soon after she finished, she managed to get a job as an extension officer for farmers at Tengeru, Arusha. During that time, Keku saw the problems that farmers are having by their crops being destroyed by diseases, which are more centered on weather data. There were little information about weather for farmers. On her Instagram, Keku saw an advert about the training on mobile apps development that will be offered in just 4 days. She decided to join it, and she also interested on it. During the training, Keku managed to develop an app, Amka, that support farmers by giving them predictions on weather diseases from different crops. She turned the application into business, supporting more farmers, adding more features, and make it a business, start earning something from it. And that's Keku. So who here feels like they are Meku? Or someone you know? And who here feels like they are Keku? Or someone you know? Interesting. So Keku's story sounds too good to be true. How can someone join a training just 4 days, develop an application, make a business out of it, and earn something from it? During the training, Keku met developers. These are people who, if they are not teaching, they actually develop applications for clients. So the training was more of experience sharing rather than teaching. And she was also offered a 4 months after training support, where she got more confidence to start a business on both the business side and also on the technical side. So she didn't learn everything. How could she? But she had enough to start. In Tanzania, we have high number of graduates from university. These are people who have spent so much time and so many years at the university, but they have little skills that are required for the workforce. At Mobile Bootcamp Initiative, we managed to train over 80 developers in a year. 20% of them have turned into a business, creating over 100 startups. So what am I saying? I'm not saying for us to solve the problem of unemployment, everyone in Tanzania should learn about mobile apps development. What I'm saying is, we can use the approach of experience sharing where we prepare our youth for the workforce requirement. And I know this can work because during my time, I attended one of the mobile development academy. And during that time, we attended to different competitions and different boot camps where we were given the problems and we managed to solve them in a very short period of time. We acquired different skills, and from those skills, we managed to turn them into business in a very short period of time. That gave me an idea of starting a mobile development training through a bootcamp approach where youth can meet developers and share experience and share their lifestyle. So in a very short period of time, these people can acquire the skills they required for the workforce. Now I'll remind you, Meku is the one who spent 4 years in college, and he had no job and little money. And Keku, she's the one who developed the applications for farmers. Turning Meku's story into Keku, there's a lot to be done, I know. From government to policymakers to community to even parents. But I'll make it simple for you. And this is coming from a very simple but yet disruptive person like me. Let's see how the shift will look in terms of the skills. First, we need to acquire interest of our youth early on in their lives, expose them to different ventures, allow them to show interest and make mistakes. Second, we'll put them in an experience sharing connection with people who are willing to share their life skills with them. So if we can put them in an experience sharing connection after acquiring their interest, then we'll be sure that they can learn these skills in a very short period of time and be able to qualify for the workforce. Now let's see how the shift will look in terms of the market. If the decision makers can recognize the use of digital technology as part of their problem solving, that will create a local-based market that will encourage a local-based solution providers. And it will also encourage youth to learn these skills so they can supply them. And the cycle continues. From that, we'll be able to capture the skills in a very short period of time. And the youth will be able to provide them to the required workforce. So this is my vision for Tanzania in the next 5 years. We'll be able to create a pool of developers, pool of creatives, pool of problem solvers, pool of innovators that solve the problems of unemployment in a very new approach, where the basic skills is not something that you learn in future, but something that you learn early on in your life. So my little secret, it's all about content over time. You can attend college for 4 years. You can be supported for 4 months. You can attend a little training for 4 days. But what matters is the content that you get from that. Does it prepare you for the workforce requirement? Now that you know my little secret, in the journey that I just take you through, you understand the difference between 4 years, 4 months, and 4 days. And because you know my little secret, and you have heard about my story, I'll pose a question. Who do you think I am? Am I Meku? Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Thanks.